Here's an update on albino flowerhorn named Freddy. He actually bit me the other day. I was feeding him seaweed salad. What we're gonna do now, or in a few, cut my finger open, run on his front teeth, but had a water change. All the tanks had water changes. 25 gallons for the 55s, but then that 5, so 20, and then the 5 was fresh water for top off. And then deep gravel vac the substrate. Well, not too deep because 20-gallon water change, but definitely needed it. Clean the sponge filters. Air stone in there. A lot of bubbles coming up. Got good flow of maxi jets on the left. Agitation. More agitation than a Kedsun 550. So the water level in the aquarium is topped off. In a few days it'll go down, but that's just what happens. Good agitation here from the surface, and then agitation comes over here on this top, and then it breaks the air bubbles, and then that oxygenates the water very well. Here's my turn. On a filter like this, you got to keep the padding low, because low as you can go, but when it gets dirty, the water level, mostly over here, it's pretty good now, but over time, when it gets clogged up and dirtier, in tanks that have sand or fine sand, it clogs up fast because there's lots of stir up, and it collects it and polishes it and collects the dirt. But definitely keep it cleaned and watch the water level from time to time, and that'll indicate when you need to clean it in a way. So all the AquaClear 110s except one over there, and all the other ones have new pump, but some AquaClears are very old. Like these two are my oldest, but they're still kicking. Good biological, no carbon in there. I see with the water changes and the good padding here on below this, it keeps it clean with mechanical filtration. The carbon would take up space in the filter, and then it would grow bacteria on the carbon, and you throw the carbon out, and and when you have a bag of carbon in such this filter, it will clog up where the water is supposed to flow through the media. Aquariums have neurite snails. High quantities. They've gone down with me cleaning the substrate all the time, but you can see them on the side of the glass here by the silicone on the algae. But they're high quantities in all the aquariums. They do like salt, but keeping the tank clean. They like the back wall too, and I'm trying not to scrape the back wall because algae will reduce nutrients and create oxygen. So I'm letting it grow. I've scraped it many times over the past years, but I'm gonna let it take off. But definitely, I think it's a good idea. And the back wall. Freddy, some seaweed. When you're feeding fish, it's good for them to see the food with their. I did that the other day, and he sliced my finger open. Not too bad. It didn't bleed too bad, but he did. Good results feeding seaweed first and then spectrum second. It's like eating a salad before your protein. There's lots of vegetables in the spectrum, but More vegetables means more nitrate. Ready, Freddy? You ready? Right here. Right here. Go get it. Where is it? There. You get it? There you go. Fish that spook a lot, like when you walk up to the tank and they just run from you, I would suggest maybe doing a water change, because I don't know, that's just when I do water changes, the fish really don't spook. Even when the lights are out and I walk up to the tank,